rise from their exploits and grow. In the spotlight they belong. WBL stands strong.
Hi everyone and welcome back to WBEL Season 3. And as usual, I'm with Chisei and GB79.
How's it going, guys?
Hey there. Mixing
Quite the introduction.
I tried, but I'm so sick that I give it my best, nonetheless. Right here, GB and I were talking that in the East Coast that we have a really a ton of snow. It's absolutely crazy. It goes as high as me when I'm standing up. So
Yeah, we've got a blizzard out here. Been shoveling all day, so the energy is at a pretty low at this point. But I'm excited to watch these matches here tonight. We'll power through it.
So here's where we left off the Clairvoyant division last week. So we have Kayne and GB79 both with 2 points. After this we got Nidles, Surftaco, Dervis, EreshMelt, LXD92 and Garouken all with 1 point. After that we got Kiyoshi and Straight, so still searching for their first point. So we wish them luck for this week. Little thing, this visual is wrong. We added wrong. Kayne as +5 plus minus, not +6, so it's going to be fixed for the standings at the end of the video. So let's jump into the first fight. Alright, so this week the showcase fight is going to be Surftaco against Nidles, so the Rain Supremes against Citra Impalers. So you guys, what are your predictions?
Well, Surftaco, I think that's... I don't know, it's really hard to say. He does come up with some interesting comps sometime. I know in the first match, against me, he brought out the Spear team. So maybe he could be looking at the Glaciella Regalia this time. Maybe he could be going for like more of a magic focused team. Maybe he could bring out the Howlet. I don't know, it's hard to say. Over on Needle's side, he is flashing the Sephiroth, so maybe he could be looking at a Katana team. I'd be a little bit afraid maybe to bring these potentially Luartha Winter, just looking at the Howlet on the other side, and maybe even the Perrine is a little bit scary for her too. She get very nice pierce resistance. So I think, if he was playing it safe, maybe just go for Sephiroth, kind of a good all-around, or maybe Astrius, kind of a good all-around bruiser.
Yeah, I think for Surftaco's side, there's 2 teams I'm looking at. One is just the full Greatsword team. I'm a little worried about the damage output because Esther and Rain not really known as powerhouses, and neither is Holdoa, but I do like the elemental matchups versus Needle's side, and then having Rain as a magic tank against a potential VV pick could be nice. But the one I think I like a little bit more would be the Howlet. Even though there is the Setia that's being threatened over on Needle's side, I think the map is short enough that I don't know if he'd necessarily want to go with the Setia on this map. So the Howlet might be a little safe, but it would be a little bit more of a gamble there. On Needle's side, I agree with JB. I think probably keeping it safe with more like a Sephiroth or VV pick, with probably a Phoebe Quickener seems like the way to go. I think Astrius also is pretty safe, but does have the elemental disadvantage against the Esther, and she is good at tanking physical damage. So there's that potential there, especially with Esther Rain being an option. But I think Sephiroth VV with a Quickener just feels really good against a lot of Surftaco's options. So those would be my guesses there.
All right, so let's see if you guys were right. Okay, so
I was completely off.
So on middle side, a little gamble. So we were with Sergis, Luarta, and Lorenzo. On Surftaco's side, we got Winter, Vinra, Perrine, and Lisette. All right, so GP, what can we expect from this fight?
First off, we have the powerhouse Luartha Winter. We've seen great things from her so far this year. On some of the other players, other leagues have been using her to good effect. So I don't think that this Winter Venera is going to be long for this Worlds. However, Perrine, on the other hand, does have very strong pierce resistance innately. She's got a buff for it as well. So, I think that maybe she could still carry the day here. We'll have to see how it goes, though, because I think it's going to have to be kind of like a 3 versus 1 kind of scenario.
All right. getting into this match, as JB pointed out, I do think this is going to be a 3v1 scenario. The Winter Venera, I'm not seeing offer too much to this team comp, because I know she's going to be good against Magic, which we don't see any, and she also is going to be weak against that Winter Lartha. So I'm not expecting a whole lot from her, and then also the Lisette having the element of disadvantage into the Lorenzo as well could be tough for both of those units. But coming out from Neil's side, the Surges starting off with the XF TMR getting the move up. Lorenzo moving over to Keyblade. Unfortunately, not getting on the Winter Luartha. Not sure if that was the plan to Keyblade both of them, or just to get the Surges out there immediately so that Winter Luartha can just stay back and get some more buffs online. That being said, they started off on different corners of the map, so definitely able to get tons of buffs online. Hopefully not so many that the buffs start to wear off and they have nothing left to do.
It's a small map.
Yeah, it is a small map, but with the way that their initial buff rotations go with their units running backwards and to the side, definitely able to get a lot of buffs online here. Shell, unfortunately not going to help against this physical team. Looks like they're definitely expecting some magic. Probably the Vivi. Oh, here comes. So,
all right, so yes, so leaping jump. I think it's 5k on both. Sub unit, and 7k coming from Perrine on that Surges, so that's a lot of damage. Surges is doing great right now, distracting everyone. So now next we got Lisette. Is she able to finish off that Surges? So Demon Purger, not quite, so 4k and leaves the room to Venera to finish him off. Alright, so just barely enough. She's going to move forward. So next we're going to have Lorenzo. He's in range for a jump. Next we're going to have Perrine. She's pretty far. Is she able to hit that alert? No, so Shadow Dance. So she going to have a barrier. So about 5k on that Venera, so with that jump from Lorenzo, yes. So not able to finish her off. Next we're going to have Javelin Fall and enough to kill those two squishies. Alright, so next, it's like you said, it's going to be Perrine, but not against 3, but against 2, so it's not too bad. She's still not in range, so another buff, but it's going to be the piercing resist up, though it's going to be good for her. So yes, only 1k coming from that Lorenzo on that Perrine, and next we're going to have the LB from Winter Luartha, so she's going to have a physical shield alongside all of that damage, agility up to. It did a good chunk of damage, but that healed back to where it was niche. Next we're going to have Perrine. She'll be able to hit them also. Subjective. I'll leave it to it. So 6k damage on that Lorenzo. Next we're going to have Winter Luartha. So yes, she's jumping in the air. Lorenzo, a few AP left. So they're both in the air, jumping on her. First attack, only 2k. And next, horizontal jump, able to kill her. So congratulations to Nidles.
Yeah, congratulations to Nidles. That was a very, very explosive fight once they met.
So just like I was saying there at the beginning, the Winter Luartha is a powerhouse. I think for her cost, probably one of the best on the board. You can see the kind of damage she's able to put out with some of the upgrades that she's gotten, even against a unit who is fairly stout against pierce damage and in Perrine there. So unfortunately, the other two units just went down too quickly and weren't able to really do any damage to those backline units, and that ended up being the difference.
Yeah, I had some faith for Perrine towards the end there, being able to get off the Shadow Dance for the barrier, and also her Greater Domain Water buff for the Pierce Res. I thought she was going to be able to sustain a little bit more damage than she was able to. I do like what Surftaco did, because I think that, he tried to cover multiple different angles there with having the Winter Venera, with the Shell in case of the Vivi pick, and Perrine seemed to have some pretty strong buffs against the Spear team here. But once again, like JB said, the Winter Luartha is just such a powerhouse, and the damage that she was able to put out was too much for Perrine to handle.
And Lorenzo chipping in there too. He's actually one of the few low-cost units that has a barrier break, and we saw that come out there against the Shadow Dance barrier.
Yeah, barrier break, courage removal, re-raise removal. That's one hell of a unit, and he can apply ace too. What I saw from the fight is that Perrine, the team in general was really focused around AoE resist, and on Nidles' side, they were all single targeted attacks, so that's why they hurt so much.
Yeah, and I also noticed a big range disparity. There's a lot of turns where just the Fist team was not in range to be able to do any damage, while the Pierce team was able to get some good hits in the meantime.
Yeah, Perrine was too late to come to the fray. Alright, so good fight. So again, congratulations Nidles on your win. Alright, so surprise fight number 2. So we're going to have Kayne against Dervis. On Kayne's side, we got the Summer, Elsurel, Yuna, and Urel. On the Dervis side, we got the Lisette, Etre, and Olet the Evans Blade, which is a terror on the field. So GB, what can we expect from this fight?
Well, we see Kayne here, who is, kind of known for his fist team, has gone into the flex here with Summer Elsurel pick. Kind of bringing a little bit of a magic angle there, also with Yuna to kind of heal these two kind of physically stout bruisers. Over on Dervis' side, he's got, like you said, Howlet the Heaven's Blade, one of the strongest units in the field that we have available. And he's got 2 fist units to kind of combine. They actually do share several cards there with Red Mage, so I think that's going to be a good combination. I don't think, the Etre is going to be too long for this world against the Summer Elsurel, but, maybe Lisette will be able to take a hit or 2 from her.
Let's check that out.
Alright, so starting off over on Dervis' side, the Howlet the Heaven's Blade is going to definitely be putting in a lot of work, being a huge damage dealer in this matchup. Not sure how much Lisette and Etre are going to be contributing, but like JB said, there's a lot of overlap in the VCUs there, so they might be able to do some good chip damage to be able to support this Howlet. But over on Kayne's side, I am very interested in this team that he has built up. I am not too familiar with the overlap between Book and Fist, so I don't know exactly which unit he's investing in making the powerhouse. I'm going to guess it's going to be the Summer Elsurel, but being able to see the damage that's going to come out from his side as well as the survivability is something that I'm going to be keeping a close eye on. Howlet using the Sephiroth TMR to not only get some haste but some additional accuracy, potentially expecting some evasion over on Kayne's side. Yuna, one of her big selling points, being able to give re-raise, that's going to help a little bit of survivability over on Kayne's side as well. And definitely is going to need it a little bit against this Howlet, especially a hasted Howlet. That's going to be very, very scary. And so, also, the Squall TMR coming out from Lisette, more haste coming out. Etre out of buffs. Once again, starting off on opposite corners this time, so plenty of buffs coming out from both sides. Etre, unfortunately, out of them. Howlet, on the other hand, is not out of them, getting his counterpoise buff online, being able to do some, 100% reaction rate off. So I don't think, I think that's considered a reaction, so it's not going to proc really at all in this map here. So both teams still not engaging, but yeah, Summer Elsurel is probably going to be in the line of fire from this Howlet right here. Yeah. Urel also with the Sephiroth buff, getting the haste and the accuracy up. Very late in the fight too, which is really good, so the haste should last a lot longer than Howlet does it.
Oh, I'm surprised! she lived through a hit from Howlet, so that's surprising. I mean, Summer Elsurel, she needs 4 buff to be operational, and she usually dies in 1 hit from magical attack, and she lived through it, and so nice for her. So next we're going to have Urel, she aced it, and right after this we're going to have Summer Elsurel. So chip damage on that Howlet, it's kind of bad. Okay, so next we're going to have Summer Elsurel. If she can land our LB, it's going to be really great for the rest of the match. So yeah, she seems like she's hitting everyone. Going to remove 40 AP from everyone. So let's see. Again, so small damage on that Howlet, and even though she recovered all that HP, I think that she's going to give up her life on her this last hit. And let's check that out. No, Trickle run drain. So going on the back line on that Yuna. Okay, so next we're going to have Lisette. She's going for her Summer Elsurel. Drain Rush, pretty well tank. It's a physical attack, so we kind of expected it. So next we're going to have Urel. What kind of damage can she do? So Ren of the Events doing about 5k on both. Olet is starting to, I think that his barrier is off, so he's starting to get damage. Alright, so Blizzard Blade killing that Summer Elsurel. She did pretty good. She had re-raise from that Yuna, that's good for her, and she's going next. Oh, that's going to be great for Kayne, yes, sorry. So Love Geo, absolutely. I'll leave it to it. Then next we're going to have Lisette. So Stunblade killing that Summer Elsurel. Next we're going to have Urel. She's going to have one last chance. She really needs to pull something. Also Hammer Fist. Not quite enough to kill that Hullet. Let's see how bad it's going to sting at her right back. So Dervis. So his LB is going to debuff everything and kill the barrier if she still has one. And poof, okay, so only 5k on that Urel. Oh no, but she's out of AP. And she's going for the Lisette, poor soul. And next we're going to have, so yeah, Hullet for his last shot. Still have 60 AP even though he hit the LB from Summer Elsra. And that was a pretty close fight.
Wow, so it looked like the haste there, the late haste from Urel was actually going to turn the fight over in her favor, but unfortunately the haste I think was used maybe instead of her courage. So, you know, she actually died there at the end. If she had the courage online, maybe she still would have been able to pull that one out because Howlett was in critical condition. I was actually very surprised to see how well the Elsurel was tanking the Howlett's damage there, at least at the beginning. So that kind of made things a little bit closer than I think that we would have expected there at first.
Yeah, especially with the fight coming off to a very, very early 3v2. I wasn't paying attention to the movement in the beginning, but I'm assuming that Yuna probably had Bowtie on because she took that hate from Howlett instantly. But I mean, that kind of worked in the favor. I assume because Yuna started channeling when somewhere else was low, she was probably channeling a heal. So, and then Elsurel took her turn and she instantly healed back up to full. So I don't know how much help the Yuna would have been in the fight otherwise. So I think almost her taking that hate and taking that hit might have actually been more useful than she was going to be in that fight in the in the long run. But I was very skeptical about the team comp coming out from Kayne here. Like, you know, I didn't think the damage and the survivability would be there, but I was very pleasantly surprised for both aspects. Did not expect Summer Elsurel to be surviving as long as she did, and the damage was pretty solid, all considering as well. So very, very well put together team comp, and it came down to the wire at the end there.
Man, people so far in this league are rocking Summer Elsurel, giving her another life. It's really nice to see. Alright, you guys still have 3 more fights to watch, and we're going to see you for the next time in the final standings.
I must protect the Holy Land.
Apologies. Pardon our intrusion. Take a moment.
Power to you. How kind.
We'll show you just how strong we are.
Thank you.
Perhaps I can test the fruits of my trade.
Let's go. Well then, have at you. I've got you. A fresh start. We will run you down. Stay behind us. Strike you!
I've got you covered.
Apologies.
You can do it.
Kind.
Let's go. Can you infuse the spot? Cut! You have underestimated me!
Sacred blessings
Oh,
upon you.
thank you.
Get ready.
You have underestimated me!
I've got you covered. You can do
How
it.
kind.
You have underestimated me!
Sacred blessings upon you.
Thank you.
Who are you?
We did it!
This won't take long. I offer aid.
None shall be left standing. This is now! さあ、始めるとしよう。これから。Fired up!
This should be interesting.
Fired up! Well, you ready? Now I can let loose.
Come out and fight, wherever you are. I'm ready to go.
You ready for me?
Feeble. Sleep.
I will crush you!
Be gone. Is it done? Then let us move on.
A りがとう。
敵勢力を片付ける。
もう大丈夫。行くわよ。安心して。Come, let's dance. This dance isn't over. 行くわよ。
星が騒がしい。流れは読めているわ。大丈夫かしら。元気出てきたよ。
オイラが守るんだ。成し遂げるんだ。
闇は満ちた。
Watch and learn.
お覚悟ください。時の加護へ。
それでいい。抗ってみろ。
全力だぞ。You won't stop me.
大丈夫かしら。
いい。滅びの始まりだ。
これでいかがですか。
成し遂げるんだ。好きにはさせない。敵をうがつ。
時の加護へ。
それでいい。
行くぞ。
大丈夫かしら。
いい。あがいてみせろ。
Alright, so this concludes the Clairvoyant divisions for week number 3. So all alone in his island, we have GB79 with 3 points. Otherwise, we have Kayne, Nidles, Dervis, and LXD92, all with 2 points. After this, we got Kiyoshi, Surftaco, EreshMelt, and Garouken with 1 point. And then Straight still searching for his first win.
Still anybody's game at this point, still very early in the season, so nobody is out of it. And we've got kind of a tight race here at the top with quite a few teams here at 2 and 1. I think that this is going to continue to be a very competitive division, and looking forward to see how things play out.
Yeah, this is what I love to see. It's always a little discouraging to see, 5 teams with 3 points and then 5 teams with 0. So, seeing a nice distribution means there's some good competitiveness here in this division, which as a spectator, I love to see it. JV, definitely didn't have a target on his back list last week, definitely does this week. But no, this is still just week 3. Once we start getting into the 4th and 5th week, the pressure starts really mounting. But as of right now, it's a good early start to those who have managed to pick up some points, and but those who haven't or have only gotten 1 point so far, definitely not out of it by any means.
When you see a Surftaco out of the playoffs, you know that it's really a big competition. So thank you everyone for watching, and we're going to see you in the next video. Thank you.
40 hearts aligned in play for the tourney of the might. The Blind Enthusiast League is here, with friends and foes so near. An epic journey to the top, never resting, never stop. Wbel calls our name, you get up for the grand game. It's the place to be right now, cheers and shouts we scream out loud. Numero 80 leads the way, Chisei's voice will guide the play. Heroes brawl for all to see, champions rise from their exploits and rule. In the spotlight they belong, Wbel stands strong. They aren't blind, they are enthusiasts, and not all clairvoyant, but they are all charming in their own way. Heroes brawl for all to see, champions rise from their exploits and rule. In the spotlight they belong, Wbel stands strong. They are enthusiasts, and not all clairvoyant, but they are all charming in their own way. Heroes brawl for all to see, champions rise from their exploits and rule.